students, welcome to the online session for the subject of industrial safety. These are the virtual classes for the subject of industrial safety. The subject of industrial safety is mainly for the students of civil engineering, particularly structural engineering and mechanical engineering. So here we will be discussing all the topics that are related to the subject of industrial safety. So now we will be starting with our session. So 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Good morning, students. Uh, this is our fourth session of the industrial safety. So basically, we are having an online session of the subject of industrial safety, which is a subject of SAM 3, and which is mainly for the students of structural engineering and mechanical engineering. So previously, we had done 3 sessions where we have gone through the introduction of this industrial safety subjects. Second session, we have gone through the uh, uh, mechanical hazards, and the third session we have gone through the electrical hazards. Now we will be moving towards our fourth session. Okay, and all the contents will be in according to the uh, topics of the G2 syllabus. So we will proceed now. The contents that we are going to discuss in today's session is silent points of the Factories Act 1948 for the health and safety. Okay. So there is an act of 1948 for the health and safety that we will be discussing there. The initiations, the Factories Act, objectives, introductions, provisions. All the things we will be discussing in this session. Initiation. In Great Britain, the second half of the 18th century, there was a rapid growth of industries and town factories. Okay. So basically, we all know that in modern countries, the Western countries, there is a rapid growth of industries and towns and factories. As it was started without planning, they employed the women as well as the children in the factories who needed to work for more than 12 hours a day. Some of the employees took an initiative to implement labor legislation. Factory Act came into existence in 1890. So, because of this initiative for the implementation of the labor legislation, Factory Act came into existence in 1890. After some modifications, the final amendment of the Factories Act took place in 1948. Factories Act in India. In India, the first Factories Act was passed in 1880. This act was basically designed to protect the children and to provide few measures for the health and safety of the workers. This law was applicable to only those factories which employed 100 or more workers. Means only for those industries where more than 100 workers are working. In 1891, the Factories Act was passed, which extended to the factories employ 50 or more than workers. So in 1891, another Factories Act was being passed, where it is only for those factories where more than 50 workers or 50 workers are working. Factories Act mainly includes the health, safety, welfare, working hours of adults, annual leaves with the wages. So these are the general thing that is required for the labor, and that was included in the Factories Act. Definitions. Factories is defined as in section 2 of the act. It means any premises include the precincts thereof where 10 or more workers are working or were working on any day of the preceding 12 months and in any part of which manufacturing process is being carried out with an aid of power or ordinarily so carried on. Second is whereon 20 or more workers are working or where working on any day of the preceding 12 months or in any part of which a manufacturing process is being carried out without the aid of power or inordinately so forth. These are the general definitions of the factories, but it does not include the mine subject of the operation of the Mines Act in 1952 or mobile unit belonging to an armed force of the Union, a railway running shed or hotel, restaurants or eating place. Other definitions of the manufacturing process are uh, making, altering, repairing, ornamenting, finishing, packaging, oiling, washing, cleaning, breaking up, demolishing, or otherwise uh, treating or adopting any article or a substance with a view to its use, sale, transfer, delivery, or disposal, or pumping. Okay? Pumping of oil, water, sewage, or any other substance. Generating, transferring, or transmitting the power, or composing the type of printing by letter, press, lithography, photo, graver, or any other similar, or bookbinding. Construction, reconstruction, repairing, refitting, finishing, or breaking up of ships or vessels, preserving or storing sort any in cold storage. Other definitions are day means a period of 24 hours beginning at midnight. Week means a period of 7 days beginning at the midnight on the Saturday night. Calendar years means the period of 12 months beginning with the first day of January in any year. Power means an electrical energy or any other form of energy which is mechanically transmitted and it is not generated by human or animal agency. Prime mover means any engine, motor, or other applied with generates or otherwise provides the power. Objective. The main objective of the Factories Act is to ensure the adequate safety measures and to promote the health and safety and welfare of the workers employed in the factory. Means basically they are for the development of the laborers from the uh, work point of view, from the productivity point of view, and also from the safety point of view. The act also provides regarding the provisions regarding the employment of the woman and young person, annual leave with wages. These are all the things that is being included. Means they are the objectives of the act. Introduction. The act was detailed provision in regard to the various matters relating to health, safety, and welfare provision. Health. That is chapter 3 of section 11 to 20 of the Factories Act 1948 deals with the provisions relating to the health of the workers of the factory. Second is safety. In chapter number 5 of the chapter number yes 6 of the Factories Act 1948 deals with the provisions relating to the safety of the workers in the factory. Third is welfare. Means there are many welfare provisions that is being mentioned under this act. Provisions regarding the health, cleanliness, disposal of the waste effluents, ventilation or temperature, dust and fumes, article humiliation, overcrowding, lightning, drinking water, latrines and urinal spittoons. These are all the provisions regarding to the health in Act 1948. Provisions regarding the safety includes fencing of machinery, works on or near machinery in motions, employment of young person or dangerous machines, striking gear and devices for cutting of power, self-acting machines, easing of the new machinery, prohibitions of the employment of women and children near the cotton openers, hoists, lifts, machines and other revolving machinery, pressure plant. These are all the provisions regarding the safety. Okay. Floors, stairs, means to access, pits, sumps, opening in the floors and other excessive weights, protection of eye, precaution against the dangerous fumes, gases and others, precautions regarding the use of the potable electric light, explosives or inflammable dust gases, precautions in case of the fire, specification of the defective parts or test of stability, safety of the building and machines, safety officers, provision regarding the welfare of the workers mainly includes what washing facility for storing and drying clothes, facility for sitting, first aid facilities, canteens, shelters, restrooms, and lunch rooms, creches, welfare. So these are all the provision that is being made for the health, safety, and welfare of the workers in the Act 1948, Factories Act 1948. Okay. Chapter number 3 of section number 11 to 20 of the Factories Act in 1948 deals with the provisions relating to the health of the workers in a factory. Cleanliness. Dirt should be swiped and cleaned daily. Floor of the workroom should be cleaned at least once in a week. If the floor is wet through any manufacturing process, effective drainage should be provided. Inside wall partitions, ceiling tops of the room should be painted or varnished and repainted and varnished once in every 5 years. If washable paints are used, it to it should be painted, repainted once in 3 years and washable once in 6 months. If they have smooth impervious surfaces, then it should be cleaned at least once in 14 months. Other cases, white or color wash may be carried out in every 14 months. Doors, windows, wooden and metallic frames, shutters should be painted once in every 5 years. Disposal of the waste and effluents. There should be such arrangement in the factory that the waste and the effluents should be easily disposed. Section 12 2 Part 2 provide state government can form rules regarding to the arrangement and it should be approved by the authority under one. So proper disposal of the waste should be done. Ventilation and the temperature. Effective and the suitable provision shall be made in every factory for securing and maintaining in every workroom. Adequate ventilation and the circulation of the fresh air should be made. Worker therein reasonable condition of comfort and prevent the injury to health. So the proper ventilation is required to be provided in the industry. The workers should feel comfort and spacious into the factory and all the ventilation arrangement should be made so that no harm will be created to the lives and no suffocation should be caused. Ventilation and the temperature. Process producing high temperature is to be separated. The walls and the roofs should be made and designed with such material that the temperature shall not be exceeded but keep as low as practicable. Besides that, where the nature of the work carried out on the factory involves the production of the high temperature, adequate measures are necessary to be taken to protect the workers. Okay, so these are all the provisions that is being required to be done in the factory so that the safety of the workers is being maintained and they can increase their productivity, their lives will also get not endangered and they will work more efficient. Basically, acts are being made which we have discussed earlier that proper disposal of the waste should be made, proper effluents disposable system should be made so that the dirt and the effluent should be directly disposed without causing any harm to any other person also and it should be checked by the authority. Such kind of arrangement should be made in the working place where the workers are being working for long time there proper ventilation is required to be maintained so that they will not get suffocation because of this and as a result they will work properly, their efficiency of the work will also get increased and as a result of this the life will also get saved and this will prevent the occurrence of the hazards into the industry. As the hazard will not take place, the safety of the both owner of the factory and the safety of the life of the person or workers will also be maintained. And as a result of this, the thing that will happen will be only the increase in the productivity of the industry, and this will help to save their life also. So this all thing is required to be made, and these are given in the Factory Act 1948. Now regarding the welfare, we will be discussing in the next lecture, and safety will also be discussed in the next lecture. Okay. Yes. Thank you for Thank you for attending this session. Next lecture, we will proceed in this topic and we will discuss much more the provisions of the safety and the welfare of the workers. Thank you.
Hello students, so hereby we are coming to the end of our virtual class session of the subject of industrial safety. We have discussed a lot regarding the topics of the today's session. So if you have any kind of a doubts, if you have any kind of queries, you can send me your doubts and queries via mail. My mail ID will be in my channel. So check into my channel, like it and mail me whatever the doubts you have. And thanks again for attending the session. See you in the next session.